Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you a tutorial of how I make my spicy ground turkey lasagna. First, we are going to cook up 2 pounds of ground turkey breast using a large aluminum pot without any additional oil. This is because turkey breast naturally has its own oils that it will produce while it is cooking. I'm going to be cooking the ground turkey meat on medium-high heat. This will prevent the ground turkey meat from getting scorched while the lid is on. As you all can see now, the blood is starting to cook out of the meat. We want the meat to be well done. As the meat cooks, you want to start chopping it up. This is because during this cooking process, the meat tends to get stuck together, and you want the meat to be in a crumbly type of consistency, as this will make the final process easier when you are spreading the meat on each layer of the lasagna. When all the blood is cooked out of the ground meat, you'll be left with a lot of liquid, which is basically the fat that was coming naturally out of the ground turkey. You want to remove all of this excess fat, as when it is cooking in the oven, it's going to create a lot of liquid, which will then increase cooking time and may create a lot of smoke in your oven, which is what we don't want. To finalize our ground meat, we are going to add a couple of vegetables. I like to use sweet peppers, whole onion, and for seasoning I like to use a West Indian hot sauce, Matouk's, red pepper, Mrs. Dash, sea salt, Adobo, and black pepper. With my veggies, I like to add a variation of color. As any chef would know, when cooking, you want to try to use as many colors when making any dish in order to make the dish healthier. The saying is to eat the rainbow. When cooking, I don't usually go by measurements. I just go by what I see the dish needs as it goes along. But I will put a rough version of the measurements down in the description below. Also, I'll be adding fresh thyme and 1/2 of a lemon to give the ground meat acidity. You would take the same precautions as you would with any meat that you're gonna cook and serve to anybody. You wanna make sure that the rawness of the meat is taken out by putting lemon or using lime for acidity and freshness. And you also want to season it up so you can get a good flavor and aroma coming from the meat. Now we are going to put the rest of our ingredients in the ground meat, starting with a generous amount of sea salt. Then we are going to add some black pepper, adobo, a bit of parsley flakes, basil, Mrs. Dash, a hint of cayenne pepper, a little bit of our Matouk West Indian hot sauce, and mixed all of our ingredients. Then we are going to put the lid back on to let the ingredients marry each other in the pot. In order to cook our pasta, we'll be using a medium pot that is filled halfway with water and is salted a bit in order to give the lasagna flavor, and a bit of olive oil so that the lasagna doesn't stick together while it is cooking. These are 2 very important steps when cooking any type of pasta. Once the water is brought to a boil, we will add our lasagna pasta. We will let it cook while stirring occasionally and turn off the flame when it is just right, slightly uncooked, so that when we are using the pasta to layer our lasagna, it doesn't fall apart and rip easily. For our marinara sauce, we will be using Rao's marinara sauce, a hint of Mrs. Dash, dried basil flakes, and a hint of cayenne pepper. To prep our lasagna to go into the oven, we first have to use 1 tablespoon of butter to butter the pan. You can also use oil, just so that the lasagna doesn't stick to the pan when each person starts to take their portions. I am going to be spreading this 1 tablespoon stick of butter across the whole perimeter of the pan until it is completely coated. Then we'll proceed to start layering our lasagna. As far as our cheese goes, I'll be using the Kirkland Mexican style cheese blend, since that is my go-to. And this is very convenient as it is already pre-shredded. Now it's time to start layering our lasagna. I'll be putting down 4 pieces of pasta in a row to start off each layer. You want to overlap each piece of the lasagna over each other. This causes the less likelihood that the lasagna will be falling apart when people start to take their portions. Now it is time to add our ground turkey meat. This will create the bedding for the rest of the ingredients. You want to put a generous amount on each layer so that you can taste meat in every single bite. Next up, our marinara sauce. And our very last layer is, of course, the cheese. Now we are going to repeat these steps until the lasagna pan is full. After putting your last layer of cheese and the pan is completely filled, you want to preheat your oven to 360 and cook the lasagna until it is fully melted and it is golden and the edges are a little bit crispy. And these are the before and after pictures of the lasagna. If you liked what you saw, please like, share, comment, and subscribe.